I want to share a quick story with you, something that happened to me right after I finished with my university, and it transformed the way I saw companies and jobs overall. I had finished with my university. I already had a few years of experience working in financial analysis, which is what I do, and I started interviewing in a few companies back in Greece. One of them gave me an offer, and the offer was the basic salary, which back in the day it was something like 750 to 800 euros net in Greece. In Athens, with this amount of money, there's no way you can live in Athens because just the rent, it's somewhere around 500 euros. When I asked about work-life balance, what are the hours, they said that there's not specific hours. In general, we work until 6, 7, sometimes even 8, and there are often times that we work during the weekend as well. And my next question was, is this something that's getting paid extra, or how do you treat it? They said that's not something that they pay extra, that it's within the spirit of helping the team. And they also said that along with the salary, there's going to be a bonus according to the performance. And I started thinking, if they consider normal for a person to work up until 6, 7 or 8 every single day and show up during the weekend sometimes, what would a person has to do in order to exceed those goals and their expectations in order to get a good bonus? There's so many companies out there that they do think that that's somehow normal. It's normal for a person to work so many hours and get paid very little. And I don't understand how we have come to accept that. I don't understand how this has become somewhat of a normality. A lot of my friends back in Greece, they have accepted these kind of jobs. And in some of my conversations with them, I ask them, when are you going to have a life? And they're like, well, if I do this for a few years, maybe 5 or 7 years, then I will become a senior and a manager and I will have really good money, and then I will have time to focus on my life and maybe have a girlfriend, maybe have a family. And I'm like, you're already 25. You're going to put your life on pause for the next 7 or 8 years in order to get ahead of your career, and you're going to unpause your life in 8 years because you're going to have the money and you're going to then be able to focus on your life. And then what ends up happening is that you have a generation that is chasing money, success, and just overall somewhat of a work-life balance. They have zero time to improve themselves, improve their relationships. And then we wonder, why do we have so many divorces? Why we raise children that are unhappy, and there's so many people with depression and anxiety? Well, duh, if you work like a dog, you are going to have anxiety. You are not going to be happy. You're going to wake up and wonder, what the hell am I doing every single day with my life? And I'm not surprised that a lot of people are struggling, and I am also struggling with anxiety and stress overall. If you think about it, a lot of people that are older, they have had a successful life, maybe even made a lot of money. In their late days, most likely, the majority of them, they will say that all I wish for was that I can go back and I could spend more time with my family, more quality time with my kids. I wanted to be more there for my wife, for my parents. It's so sad to think that this could be us at some point, and I would like it not to be. So there's definitely ways to find balance, and my own way of finding balance was to say no to that particular job, because there's no way I'm working those crazy hours for someone else's company, helping other companies make more money. I mean, if I was a doctor and I was saving lives, that I can understand. Our world would have been such a better world if more people were taking care of themselves, of their relationships, of their marriages, of the relationships with their friends, with their parents. If we could only take some of the attention that we have into the work and we put it into our relationships with ourselves, I really wonder, how would the world look like?